Yeah, I think for the most part, you have to tip your hat to Eastern. They made big plays in the fourth quarter. We kind of dug ourselves a hole, which we've been doing the last 3 games now, that we get behind by 10 or 12 points. We have to solve that so we're not fighting back as consistently to get ourselves back in the game. So, but credit to our team there. We found a way to get the lead, and we just, too much number 13 in the fourth quarter, and too many times we sent them to the free throw line, the team that typically doesn't shoot that good at the free throw line, but did today, and that ended up being really the difference in the game. That, and we couldn't get big rebounds when we needed them.
All right, so it was a rough first quarter start, shooting 2 for 12. Kind of, what did you tell your team going to the second quarter, which led for a run to take a 2-point lead going to half?
Yeah, really, to just try and slow our minds down. It looked like we were playing completely, almost chaotic, and I couldn't figure out why. They couldn't figure out why, but we just, it was like our minds were racing. Eastern Michigan's physical. We knew they were going to be physical coming in, so probably had something to do with that we weren't, maybe they didn't quite understand what physical meant until they were out there in the middle of it. But we did settle down, to our credit, figured out what we had to be doing better, and got it back on track.
And then going to the third quarter, kind of felt like Jordan Walker turned it on a little bit. Scored, Balkus helped extend WMU's lead to 10. How much of an impact did you have going into that second half?
Well, our offense wasn't our problem. It was our defense. So, yes, Jordan spearheaded us in the third quarter, but really the entire game was, can we get stops? We need to get enough stops. And they just kept getting us deeper and deeper. And when we finally got us in position to make them have to make tough shots, we put them at the free throw line instead. So this game was all about our defense. Our defense simply wasn't good enough to give us a chance to win, and that's not typically the case for us.
Was there specific strategies you had to come up with and change during the game to stop number 13 and Combs?
Well, 10 kind of took control of things in the beginning, and then 13 took control more in the latter half. But we knew they were going to be tough to contain one-on-one. That was one of our biggest challenges, was being able to one-on-one contain them. They spread you out. They spread the floor out really well, and we weren't able to get them contained one-on-one. They just got too deep with us consistently on dribbles. We tried zone. They got layups against our zone, so that wasn't the answer either. We simply had to have better one-on-one containment and force them to make tough shots, as opposed to putting them at the free throw line.
Brianna Mobley had a double-double for the first time since January 15th, and she's now the all-time rebounder for Western Michigan.
Yeah, super neat story. I can tell you, I can promise you she'd rather get the win and not have a rebound today. I can promise you that. But a remarkable kid, a remarkable story, a remarkable accomplishment. Everybody knows what that kid is going to do, yet seemingly she just goes and does it. Even the ones where she went a stretch where she didn't get double-double, she was a rebound short or a point short. So she really could have strung together, I don't know how many in a row, with just one more bounce here or there. So very happy for her. The person she passed is a Hall of Fame player and coach here, Pat Charity. So it's what she does isn't easy, and it's not something I take for granted.